an adorable creature. Haha, I tricked you. It is I, Sarah. Hello. I thought, you know what? It's been a while since I've done a vlog, so I should just do a vlog real quick and talk to you guys. And because this is my personal channel and I do want to set the stage for this doesn't just have to be about video games or comics or other geeky things, this vlog is not about geeky things. This vlog is about a conversation had on the Metro while I was on it. I was on the LA Metro and I sat down next to a group of guys, probably late 20s, early 30s, group of black men and one Mexican guy, but he wasn't with them, he was just off to the side. And as I was sitting down, I was like, oh shoot, I just sat down next to a bunch of guys. This is going to be an awkward ride. And then I was like, I'm tired, I don't care, and most people seem to ignore each other. I do get stared at a lot on the Metro, but I don't really get spoken to. So I was like, I'm just going to stay here. Nobody made me feel uncomfortable at all. So it was the correct decision because I got to sit. Anyway, I can't help but overhear the conversation. And one guy, the other two gentlemen are asking the one guy, hey, man, are you okay? Like, you know, you look like you've lost a lot of weight. How are you doing? And that guy's like, man, I've been so stressed with everything that's going on, and I don't know what those other things are. And he said, and then I live with this crazy lady, and she's just stressing me out. And they were like, a crazy lady? What do you mean? And he was like, she's like an older woman, and it's her house that I'm staying in. I'm renting, you know, he's obviously renting from her, renting a room in her house. And this woman keeps trying to kiss him, make him feel uncomfortable, tries to touch him, basically is sexually harassing him. Of course, he didn't use this word. And at first, his friends were like, ha ha ha, laughing at him. And then as they saw, you know, as he went on and told the stories, they both got very serious and they said, oh, well, you know, why don't you tell her? Have you tried telling her? And he was like, it's too late now because the night it happened, she told me, the first time it happened, she told me she was drunk and I brushed it off like, oh, okay, cool. But then she kept doing it and now it's too late. And plus it's her house. I mean, what am I going to do? I found this story interesting for a few reasons. Number one, of course, is you don't often hear about male sexual harassment. It's very rare that guys talk about it. And then second was just how supportive his friends were. I really appreciated that because they could have kept picking on him. That's the problem. That's a reason why a lot of men don't talk about sexual harassment is they get teased and picked on by the guys. And they're like, oh, you know, I don't want to be a pussy or a punk, or, oh, men are supposed to love sex no matter what, so if I say I'm not enjoying this with this woman, I'm weird. And, you know, there's all these other extra things to take into account. So it was so nice to hear them be supportive. As soon as they realized he was serious, they tried to give suggestions, and they said, well, what are you going to do? You know, and they were concerned about their friend. And it felt so good to hear that. You know, because sometimes I do worry, you know, whenever we talk about rape jokes or things like that, it is most often men that are saying, hey, chill out, relax, it's not that big a deal. So it's nice to hear the opposite every once in a while where guys are like, no, this is a big deal. You're being sexually harassed. That's not okay. You know, we care about you. It was just really nice to hear male friendship, you know? I love that shit. I do. So that was my random story and my random vlog of the day, my inspiring Metro story. You know, it was also funny, too, because when they first started joking, he's like, man, everybody turns into a comedian when you tell this story. Oh, and in case you're concerned for the gentleman, which I hope you are, he is moving out into a new place, so hopefully soon he will be in a much better situation and be a lot less stressed. So yeah, I will try to do these once a week, at least. I think that shouldn't be a problem, right? I mean, yell at me. Yell at me if you think I'm not going to do it next week, because what am I doing? I have plenty of time to do a vlog for you. Anyway, and also, oh, that's what I wanted to ask. I am thinking of doing a weekly show on here, maybe like a news show, or a show where I make fun of things, or a show where I teach about things, where we, like a Ask Sarah, where you can ask me any question, I'll give like advice, like love advice and life advice, that sort of thing, because people seem to love to ask me for sex advice or to talk about sex. And I think it's really important to have those conversations because I think being more comfortable with our bodies just leads to betterness because we don't have these awkward situations where someone is uncomfortable saying, hey, excuse me, I don't want to be touched by you. Let's be comfortable with that. Anyway, Please leave suggestions or recommendations or anything you'd like to see a show for me about. Even if it's not something I named, like if there's a show type format, like an actual YouTube thing. Because I do want to do a weekly series to practice hosting, because I want to get better at hosting. I said originally that was one of my goals. So I appreciate your help and any suggestions you might have. Okay, bye! Bye! Bye!